All right, let's talk about. This is my favorite topic right here. Let's talk about the Golden State Warriors blowing two double-digit leads, two
What?
games in a row. Blew two double-digit leads to the
Damn.
Nets and the Spurs back-to-back games. I believe they were up like 18 points against the
What?
Nets the other night. Ended up blowing that game. So they're kind of coming back down to earth as I expected, as I've been
Down to
saying.
earth.
I
Yeah,
didn't even know this happened. Hassan, what
back to
happened?
the regular schedule programming.
Hassan,
Down
I
to
wasn't
earth.
even paying
Hater
attention.
watches here, baby.
Yeah,
No, I feel like
Hassan,
let me find out. Let
the
me find
rotations
out.
are catching up to us. The way that Steve Kerr's like subbing Steph, Draymond, and Andrew Wiggins in and out of the lineup has been pretty bad. Yesterday, I think he subbed. We were up by 10 with with Steph out with like 5 minutes left in the third quarter, and he comes back like with 6 minutes left in the fourth, where we're down
Damn.
like 7 points. Yeah, he's been playing under 30 minutes a lot this season, and I guess that's Steve Kerr's plan to make
Wait,
sure
who?
he can prolong his longevity.
that's crazy.
Steph. Yeah,
Insane.
I guess the rotations are finally catching up. But I mean, the team's weaknesses are like keeping the lead, free throws, and turnovers. So I mean, we shouldn't be losing to the Brooklyn Nets with Dennis Schroeder being their franchise player. So I don't know what to say. The rotations
get him
need to be
back.
better, coaching needs to be better, and they need to learn how to keep a damn lead.
Mhm.
Yeah, that Buddy Hield insanity run is over as well.
Damn.
He hasn't been good not even the last two games. He just hasn't been good like the last week or
He's been
so.
okay.
He's been okay, but he hasn't been the same player that he was to start the year, coming off the bench and threes. Like I don't think he scored 20 points in in a while. So I don't know if that's just him being cold, but I definitely expect him to. He'll have a 20-point game, but this is the type of Buddy Hield I expect. Just like if he has a cold night, like you just know it's not his night, and you just kind of got to be like, all right, he ain't making the shots today. You got to go a different direction in this game. So
Moses Moody's still not getting any minutes either. He played.
he
well in
scored
the
like
first half.
15 points in like 14 minutes last game.
Yeah,
I don't know
and
why
then
he
in
didn't
the
play him
second
more.
half, he played 4 minutes. Steve Kerr just hates that guy or something. I feel like
I'm with you,
we
Hassan,
should
bro.
trade-
He should play him way more.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna trade Kuminga at the deadline because I feel like they're not gonna pay him or he's gonna want to walk away. So there's no real reason to keep him. I feel like we failed his production as a player. I mean, we did win a chip in 22, but I
In
don't
terms of
know.
his development, he
Steve
could
Kerr
have
has
been way
4
better.
rings, and I feel like he's one of the worst coaches in the NBA emotionally, but his strategy works sometimes. So
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that too because I was seeing a bunch of things on Twitter, a bunch of conversations about the Warriors making a trade, and one thing they definitely lack is size. I think they're the dead last in offensive rebounding, just ahead of actually the Thunder, who literally have no center besides Hardenstein, who came back like this week. So
yeah.
I think trading some of their guys. I think Kuminga could be on the block. Um, I don't know who you would want to trade, but I was thinking go after some bigs like Jakob Poeltl. Vucevic is definitely getting traded this season. Maybe a guy like Valanciunas has been rumored to be on the block. I think Warriors need to go after a guy like that, even if they don't necessarily start for them. They just need some type of size to match up against the bigger teams because it's a real issue for them.
I still think Laura is the best piece to go after. I mean, trading Kuminga at this point, it has to happen because you're not going to start him because you don't want to pay him starting money and you're going to like bench him to be a 6-man. So if you're not going to play him starting minutes or develop him the way that we need him to be, then you might as well trade him.
They should have
With a
traded him
couple
before the
picks.
season started when he was a little bit more valuable. Now he's like shown like
I know, right?
they're not using him well. So he's not damaged good, but he's not performing crazy, you know?
Just
Yeah,
that
right. I
hindsight.
guess he just saw the potential
Yeah.
because the Jazz
I
are
did
still
too.
young. They can play him for 30 minutes. And
I did
Even the
too.
Raptors too. I think if y'all trade for Pirtle or something, he can go to
Yeah.
Raptors and get a ton of minutes there too.
I don't know what spacing would look like. 'Cause, I mean, Trace
5'6".
Jackson Davis is pretty good for what he
I mean,
does.
like I said, you don't have to
He's
start Pirtle. You just need an option. Like you just need somebody that could do it. You know, even if he comes off the bench and just plays like in
they would
matchups
definitely
only
start
when there's
Pirtle.
bigs. But
yeah.
I just think you just need somebody because shout out to Trace Jackson Davis. He's not big enough. He's more of like a really big power forward than a
he's-
center.
Yeah, exactly. Ryan Anderson too. Draymond's
Yeah,
damn
so-
near the center for us, but I mean, I don't think we're falling off a cliff. I think we just have fumbled games, and that's been the
So-
MO. And I feel like that's
so
what our
Hassan-
team's like, just like the Lakers.
Wait, hold on.
Can't
Pause.
keep the
lead.
Hassan, wait, hold on. We're on the Warriors.
Fact. I
Hassan,
mean, we're in the same boat right now.
What do you see the Warriors doing in the next few months to try and I guess either straighten out what's going on or fix what's going on? What do you think they're gonna do?
I mean, we're not in a bad situation. We're still second in the West as of today. But I feel like if you want to get over the hump and actually be a championship contending team where we can compete with the teams of the like Celtics of the world, OKCs of the world, I feel like we have to trade for Laurie.
The Lakers of the world.
Like,
I don't even think y'all need Laurie, bro. Like you're aiming way too high. I think y'all just need some like better pieces that fit. Because like especially if you're gonna consolidate some of those players, like your rotation's too deep. You can still trade DeAnthony Melton, who's out for the year with a torn ACL. So like he could be a contract to trade.
Torn ACL though. I guess money wise, but I think he's on a min.
No, he's making like $5 million or something. He literally would just be a salary throw-in.
He went to middle school with us.
Days.
DeAnthony Melton.
But the reason I say Laurie though is because like we need a second option. Like who's their second option that can get a basket on our team? Wiggins is good, but I mean Wiggins, we already know who he is. He's not like a top tier scorer in the NBA. He'll get you a basket some days and just won't be there the next. But I feel like Laurie solidifies that, and then he fits in a roster pretty well.
The thing is, when you're trading for somebody, like I don't think you guys want to trade Wiggins, and I wouldn't want to trade him if I were you. But he also has like the most tradable contract for like a really good player, so it's like a little difficult, I think.
Yeah, I don't think they'll trade him. But man, the best sell you can do is like with Kuminga, and Pods, but Pods has been struggling recently, so his trade value has been down. And then we have our picks as well. I mean, Paul George would have probably fit pretty well with our roster, but we tanked with him.
I still think Kuminga has trade value though, because it's like he just doesn't get enough minutes, like you said last time, to like really show what he can be. So I think definitely teams out there that believe in him, if they give him a full 30 minutes, that he can actually be consistent and get confidence as well. Because like I feel like the way Steve Kerr's playing him, one game if he does poorly and then he gets sat, it's like it kills his confidence. And like if he's playing well, sometimes he still doesn't finish the game. So it's like he can't really win in some of these situations.
It's really weird how they're not. It's really weird how they're not using their lottery picks like that. Like, dude, you guys drafted them high. Like, what do you? Yeah. What's the point of not playing them 30 minutes?
At this point,
no other players.
At this point, you don't want to pay them max money, like so you don't play them as many minutes. You get me?
So
like they're in the 50 option, so you don't want to.
That's how politics is so like bad, politics.
Bro. Yeah, that's
just politics is so stupid.
Yeah,
I also think the way Steve Kerr functions, he just leans towards the vets more. So it's like he just likes the vets.
Keeping your lottery picks, you know, if you're not going to develop players.
Like, bro, like you're gonna trade them? Like what?
You might as well trade them. But I mean, if you want to get a star player, you have to kind of trade Andrew Wiggins because of the contract stuff. Because Kuminga's still on his rookie deal.
Wiggins also is not the biggest deal to trade. It's not like you like the end of the world.
No, I think you got to keep him, bro. The way he's playing this year and how valuable he is, you can't trade him.
Yeah. So I don't know.
It depends. If you were to get Laurie, I would trade him in a heartbeat. You know what I mean?
No, because Wiggins has been on with our team for what 4 seasons now, and he has chemistry with Curry and everybody, and he fits well. You know,
Wiggins is a good glue. Like
he barely seems like he likes to play basketball sometimes.
Yeah, but he's still good at the sport. That's why he gets paid, bro.
Wiggins is like a know-it-all kind of guy for them. So I mean, they need that.
Yeah, I mean, because if you trade Wiggins, who's your wing? Like you're probably trading Kuminga, so it's like you have no wings if you trade them both.
Moody.
Dude, we're starting Lindy
Moody
Waters.
Does need more minutes.
Who?
You know how crazy that is?
Lindy Waters the third.
I only know him from that one TikTok where the girl's like, if you could smash anybody, if you had a pass for anybody, who would you smash? She said Lindy Waters the third.
Out of nowhere?
No, it's fucking. Yeah.
I've never seen that.